Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Himiko. Let me update the category. The title. Okay. So we're going science, 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 and we've got some diplomacy going on. I think I just want to start with a diplomacy point and a science point, and that's going to be it. This is usually a very simple way of getting started. Just get the extra attributes initially. I believe she just referred to herself as the daughter of Amaterasu, the sun god. So, thinking about which groups to play, the Maya are very strong in terms of their science. Like, the Maya are hugely good scientifically. I haven't played the Khmer, which are listed as expansionistic scientific. Greece has a natural synergy for having the influence bonus. You can also get more influence out of the Parthenon, which is pretty good. A group with a trade bonus wouldn't be too bad. It would help us get more trade routes and more trade relationships. And those trade relationships could be pretty strong. Let's see. Carthage is new. Not looking to play Carthage here. Let's see. I don't really want to play Rome. Let's see. Khmer's definitely better at, like, growing big, but I'm not too concerned about that. Lemuria's Pantheon bonus is pretty good. Science adjacency for quarters and wonders on a happiness building. Culture adjacency for mountains and wonders. So we wind up with a double happiness quarter. That gives even more happiness. I feel like I really need to have some kind of happiness exploit planned if I'm going to play the Moria. And there are ways of doing it, but these guys are just really, really good at having happiness. And you'll have happiness that lasts throughout the ages. But if you have an additional Pantheon, you're going to need to build shrines, which is also a happiness building. So you're looking at building, like, 3 happiness buildings in your city. That's crazy. Probably unnecessary for what we're doing. Let's see. The food adjacency from the Mississippians is pretty good. Usually means that you're going to be getting a lot of food in your science and production buildings. And that's just pretty good and helpful. We also have a unique merchant. We do want to play hard on merchants. So I think I'm going to try out Mississipian for the sake of having this unique merchant going on. It's a pretty basic unique merchant. It just gets us back 25 gold per resource acquired when we make the trade route. But that's okay. This is much more about our gameplay focus than it is about our early civs, I think. The Mayans are probably the strongest option.
Rises from the earth,
like in my basic estimation.
What the Mississippians build will
Culturally, our primary goal is to get access to merchants. And scientifically, we do want libraries pretty early. Get up all our codices, get that running. Let's look at our initial terrain. Okay, so we've got a great happiness culture tile here. Lots of fresh water. You do not have a double resource tile. We've got science per tile up over here on this river stretch. And that could get us into a woodcutter strategy looking pretty good. Got only one rough terrain tile that I can see around. Then we've got these oases, which I think turn into farms. I think I might want to move either one tile to the... Yeah, it's basically all fresh water because of these oases. What does get built on oasis? Can I check? No. Okay. Can't check that. Cool. We'll cash in these points real quick. So they're kind of the basics. Our lens is all shut off. How soon am I building happiness buildings. I don't have a unique building type. I have a unique improvement, which is the Potkop, which is just, you can throw this down on every single flat terrain tile you want, and it just makes the tiles better. We do want a lot of production. This is just not a very good start for what we want for Queen Himiko. I think I'm going to move one tile over to the right so that I can have this tile in my initial circle. Start up on our early exploration. Okay, this is a better science tile, or we may not reach that with Cahokia. We can reach that with Cahokia. Let's see. I think I'll go animal husbandry into masonry first, based on my terrain. To make at least a second scout. Got 2 goody huts immediately available. Okay, growth pattern could be a couple things. I think we want to grab both of these dates. And if we're grabbing those, we might be... Oh, Oasis is a clay pit. That's what I wanted to look up. Okay. So that could become a production tile. Grab these 3 clay pits and get over here. I think that might be pretty good. I'm not going to be looking to kick this villager out or anything like that. So it is what it is. I'm going to take the science boost here.
The caged bird.
There's animal husbandry with the saw pit. We're going to take 1 step and then search, which doesn't throw off our turn timer for hitting this village. Do I want masonry or pottery? Pottery gets me the production clay pits, so I'm going to take pottery. And I can plan to pick up both of these in a little bit. Spend a turn of happiness to get an improved relationship with a city-state. I think that's pretty worthwhile. I want these dates as a top priority. So we've got some rough tiles here. So this will all get bonus production as we go into Monument. These are from 2 different villages. I'm gonna get started going in that direction and over here. I might want 1 unit up for defense. A 3rd scout is also not a bad idea. I'm gonna go for a 3rd scout. I think I've got 3 or 4 different viable exploration directions here.
This land has...
Okay, so we've got a natural wonder with a good tile next to it. I think we want a city right there. Earliest we can build settlers is 5 pop. And moving towards that. Yeah, I think 3 scout opening is very sensible here. I will beat out Charlemagne to get this. 3 turns of production for a tech boost. Probably correct.
Made of clay.
Okay, we can start friendly greeting with Charlemagne. So, endeavors that are sent to us, we can automatically support. That's super powerful. We want positive relationships with as many AI as possible. Okay, so pottery got a boost. It put us onto pottery 2 automatically. We don't want that. We want masonry next for the production boost on these 3 tiles. Well, it'll be these 2 tiles. So our next tile pickup is definitely these dates. Looks like we take 1 step here, then do an exploration. We'll get to there next turn. We've got that once we get sailing. Okay, I think I haven't found any other stuff. His explorer came from up over here. Just gonna do an exploration there. Found the continental border, but nothing else really. We want to get a merchant out to Charlemagne as soon as possible, because that will also give us a better relationship with him. And here's Longcheng that we got the relationship boost with. So if we do befriend them later, it'll be faster. Although I'm not sure if we're going to have much leeway for that. We will take the damage here for the culture boost. I'm going to have to rest that scout, but that culture boost is big. We're going mysticism, discipline into laws. Here we've got a choice. We want to focus on science, so we could go despotism. I think oligarchy might be the better choice here. So we're going to have a lot of buildings to construct. Let me look around a bit. So, because of CTEP, the location I want for this isn't entirely viable, but I might be able to place here and expand twice to get access to that anyway. Yeah, that's probably viable. Let me see. Picture like 2 other settles. Got a good happiness culture tile here. I don't see any triple adjacency tiles, which tells me that our... what does that tell me? I think that tells me that more food and building buildings is better. I tend to prefer this a lot more. Right, they're still on paused production because of one of those events I accepted. That's actually a triple adjacency tile. So this is a good city around here. Maybe like this tile is fine. This is a 4 adjacency tile. But I don't think I want a second city over in this direction. Take the dates. I want a burning arrow for security. Get this settler maybe up in this direction. Let's see. This keeps going for a good long while. Okay, this is the southern border of the map. We're pretty close to the middle then, I think. Okay, they're aggressive, so I want to give them some berth. Okay, we met another civilization. It's Machiavelli. I'd like to start local festivals with him. Starting actions with AI improves relationship with them, and that is a major goal right now. Get those relationships rolling. Need to watch that our settles aren't too close to the AI. But I think we'll have a lot of options in terms of that. I want to increase our awareness of city-states. Getting rid of violent city-states creates a positive interaction with the AI. So if we wanted to target Ofunato for military action, it's not a bad idea. There's at least one other military state that we saw a scout for. Caithness. Yeah. Getting rid of these guys would be good. We can either get +2 combat strength to warriors or 25 culture. I'm going to take the culture because I honestly just want to do almost all of my military work with my unique archer. I want to be a little cautious with this guy. He's only got half health. Seems we have a tornado going on. Okay, there is Rome. Another friendly greeting. Our influence is a bit low right now. Envoy presents Queen Himiko with a gift from a new ally. Enough bronze mirrors that every wall would reflect her visage. Send a gift in return. I want more burning arrows, but I think a brickyard is also pretty good. So I've got 2 tiles right now that benefit from the brickyard, and we'll wind up with more. Because we're the Mississippians, we can place here for a +1 adjacency, coming off of the resource. And this will be my this will be my library tile anyway. So it's good to start like setting up those units. I'll take a quick peek around the local area. It's like we're not getting much from doing that. So we've got some navigable river down here. I want to try and sneak this unit up to this goody hut without getting attacked, but we'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to back him off, because they will just keep attacking him. There's an unclaimed goody hut. I'm gonna have this guy hang out and heal. I've now seen 2 coastal goody huts. Oh, that got snapped up. Shoot, the moment I saw it, it's gone. We've probably met everybody else on our continent. Have him rest here. Okay, there's masonry. That's a good jump in production.
He was the
Go for writing next. Seeing 3 adjacency tile here. We're going to be putting out settlers after this brickyard is done, because we just got the 5th population. Call of the Mountain. What does the mountain tell us of the gods? We'll set up a settlement adjacent to a mountain. I think we've got plenty of good tiles for that. I want to expand out to these dates. I'm going to take this tile for now, because we'll overbuild on it later, and we'll get to place him somewhere better. I'm going to take Discipline. Earth Goddess is going to be very easy to use. I'm seeing a lot of tiles adjacent to mountains that we can make use of, but the happiness benefit does not excite me. I feel like we might be going God of Wisdom or Stone Circles. I can see that Stone Circles is decent at Cahokia. Down here we've got 3 more rough tiles, 2 more rough tiles here, 2 mineable resources there. I think we're very likely to expand up here and get into this iron and gypsum and these rough tiles. Yeah, I think there's a lot we can do with Stone Circles. I think it's usually pretty good too. Like, Stone Circles is a safe choice most games, because production is awesome. This should finish the brickyard. So we're on settlers now. So this is Augustus up here. I want to be careful not to have this guy roam too much further out, but I might want to try to take pot shots at whatever Caithness warriors there are. As a matter of fact, I'm going to buy a second Burning Arrow. I was saving that money up for defense in most cases anyway. Check for the positioning of their military units. They've just got the 1 now, that helps me a lot. Charlemagne is denouncing us. There's not a lot we can do about that. It's just going to be the way of things. Probably means we're going to have to stockpile up some more units. So I'm going to keep this Burning Arrow here. Research collaboration ends next turn. I will restart it in a moment. That's a very bold settle. Where's that coming from? Machiavelli? I should know about Machiavelli's capital because I had a friendly greeting, but for whatever reason I don't. That's strange. Gonna... Okay, research collaboration is in cooldown with him. Start that with Machiavelli. So I always want to keep that rolling. I'm going to set up open borders with him. He rejected. Okay. Burning Archer will be enough support for me to get to this ruin, I think. Beaten to it. Yeah, I'm trailing in tech to Machiavelli, trailing in culture as well. Might wind up picking up suzerainty soon. I'm gonna settle here. That should turn out really strong. Let's see. Is there anything that needs to happen over another settler? Well, there's a lot of powerful options. The monument's pretty good. Yeah, we'll build here for the extra 1 food. So there's the water. I do not want to put that scout onto a fire tile. Back him up. Focus on keeping the slingers out of here. Just have him explore along the coast.
Bespoke.
Stop healing while you're on fire. Culture boost. Okay. This is probably irrigation. Might be writing 2 instead. Actually, sailing has more utility here than usual, because it could net me 2 goody huts. Tough choice here. I think I'm going to take the food. It's going to apply better to both of my settlements. I'm going to take culture on the palace as well. We've met Ada Lovelace.
Ada, a pleasure.
Ada Lovelace is going to be a huge rival scientifically. Start a local festival right away. There's our second settle out, and that will give us the quest completion. It's another 50 science. So I could take the codex here or the influence. I think I want to take the influence. This is going to give me... It's going to drop me really close to a suzerainty. So I got a relationship bonus with Longcheng. I'm going to befriend. A couple options here. I want the gypsum as soon as possible. And taking these 3 tiles as my first set of tiles here is going to make me very good at... is going to make an altar really valuable here with stone circles. This is a bummer. Have to hope that doesn't actually, like, get in my way too much before I can turn somebody around to address it. So let's move this archer up. 2 turns, we're done with the monument. And after that monument, I think I need to build a library. Yes, I get it. I need to make sure these Roman units don't move into Caithness and take a lead on me. Got a coastal edifice over here that we can grab after sailing. We've got the other one over here. You can go into navigable rivers without sailing. I do not like the number of military guys that are coming around through here. We're taking dates. I'm gonna build a unit. These guys might be moving through here and past me. We could make it a Pearls resource, but we're going to scavenge because it's nowhere near our territory. Growth here. Get me that gypsum. I'm gonna go for writing 2. I'm gonna also purchase a burning arrow because I'm feeling nervous. And he walked past me to get into Caithness faster and complete the disband before I can do it on the settlement that I cleared. Are these guys gonna attack me?
Do nothing.
Going for Code of Laws. Looks like they didn't attack. I need to get my settler up. If I shoot them first, then they will definitely start attacking me. I want to check to see if they're gonna go somewhere else instead. I'm gonna take Food and Happiness. We're really far away from our next culture game. That's already been claimed by somebody. That was the other coastal resource I had seen. Probably just get this guy back on the land then. Okay, yep. They're raiding me. Feeling very behind. I'm gonna just hang out and see if they disperse that, if they step off that tile, or what the heck happens. So we're being raided by Ofunato. I can support Machiavelli's local festivals. Cool. He's still not dispersing this. Or moving his unit. Need to watch out for this slinger. Got me a promotion on the commander. We'll take leadership, planning to play really defensively. So that just gives us a 5% resource boost here in the capital, which is kind of nice. Keep exploring. Okay, they finally dispersed that. Not really a reason for my unit to hang out here anymore. Scout got hit by a flood. Okay. So this is still an adjacency 3 tile. It's pretty valuable. This is an adjacency 2 tile. And there's still the natural wonder to think about. Support cultural exchange with Ada Lovelace. I think our next settle should be for the natural wonder. Have this guy rest. The Hanging Gardens has been completed. We've got the settler out. We want the library here. How is this also a 4? Ah, because it's getting the palace adjacency. And after that kick out, we can start growing to the left more, or to the west. We want to get this incense and silver. This wine is out of reach. The silver's actually out of reach of the city, but the incense is in city range. As well as the salt is in range. I might have to ask him for open borders. First expansion out of the city will put the wonder in my borders. This wonder is +2 production on adjacent quarters with fresh water. So production on adjacent quarters, we have up to 3 different quarters we can place to get that benefit. I'll take the bonus codex here. We can support Machiavelli's open markets. We want irrigation next. Request open borders with you. And I'd also like to do a research collaboration. I'm going to run that with Machiavelli, since it seems like Machiavelli is going to be the easiest to make into an ally, and I believe per alliance we have a benefit. Yeah, we can do a 25% science boost between ourselves and an ally. Apart from that, we just want leaders to be helpful. Out of the way. Get rid of this guy on my border. Scout was attacked. Move to the other side of the vegetation. Got support for this with Augustus. We do not have a place to put this codex until the library is done in 3 turns. That's fine. I want to keep checking the coastline for coastal goody huts, as they're about the only ones that might remain. But I think they're going to be tapped. Get rid of him. Settle up. 4 diplomatic endeavors is pretty easy for us to do. Get that first expansion in. All of a sudden, there seem to be a lot of enemy units hanging around here. Okay. I'm going to close in on these guys. 4 diplomatic endeavors. Stuff is pretty much still on cooldown right now. I'm going to have to buy a unit. Expand onto the clay pit. Irrigation will give us another settle capacity. We're going to want to take advantage of that pretty soon. Fortify up. Oh, Seatep became hostile because I settled too close to them. I'm gonna get that settler out starting now. I need this unit to not be taking 2 attacks at the same time. Start reconciliation with Charlemagne. I do want this 4 food tile. This is a 4 adjacency tile. And this is a 3 adjacency tile. This is a very good settle. Oh, got a spearman coming in. That. It's between bronze working and currency. I think I'm going to take bronze working for security. Keep scouting to get the lay of the continent. Looks like this was belonging to Machiavelli. Is he at war? I can't tell. We've got 3 leaders, all friendly. This is giving us a +12 science bonus now. Activate the local festivals. Got a free warrior from our suzerainty to support this cultural exchange. Being able to support these for free is so good. This is a very uncomfortable amount of barbarian pressure. We've even got a galley now. We're going to use this group to disband this town. Okay, these guys are backing off. Good. I'm guessing that this is also marked violent because of our expansion. I have to be cautious about this galley doing damage to my, uh, burning archer. I'm actually going to take a step back. Galley damage is really serious at this point in the game. We want the silver. I'm going to need the building production for a bit. And we'll take priesthood as well. This guy's done with all the scouting he needs to do over here. I'm actually just going to kind of fling him to the wild blue yonder. I think we're beyond the point of finding any goody huts. We're just figuring out terrain. And so long as we remove the fog of war, we can see any new cities going down. I want the altar up first. Place those together. Take that out. You get over there. You shoot that. You hang out here. All right, as I said before, this is a very strong settle. Yeah, I don't think there's any better option. This guy camp out. I might try to suzerain one of these instead of trying to fight them.
An eye for an eye.
Okay, there's Code of Laws. That's huge. This guy to rest. Open borders with Ada is fine. We're going to try this with Charlemagne because it's going to try and keep our relationship on the mend. Okay, now's the point when I can take a look at my Mississippian civics without, like, necessarily being fried out of my mind over everything else going on. Okay, Earthworks and this Mastery is very good. Kanaha is also quite good. So we're going to try and take advantage of these trade opportunities pretty much immediately. You are going to sit tight. Okay, found another violent city-state down here. This archer spawn really sucks. Is that navigable? No, it's a waterfall. Of course it's not navigable. Kind of have to take this attack even though it's not a good one. Because I need these units to be softened up. Okay, we started on leadership, and I'm going to go over to assault for extra damage on these ranged attacks. This scout could die at any turn now. Okay, we actually did get to start this trade route. Gets us a bonus resource and a little gold back. Do I want to buy units? Can I meaningfully buy buildings? Could buy a granary there. Not much going on. I think I'm going to buy another merchant. Actually send him out to another ally. I can send him out over here or something like that. I should win that punch up with this archer. Got him through the rough terrain. That's going to work out. Really handling a lot of these more on the margin than I want to. I want to grab this gold. And this guy finished healing. I wanted to head over here, maybe explore this coastline. This warrior's going to sit tight a bit. That archer beat my burning arrow. That's really lame. I was standing on open terrain, I guess. Now that I have, I mean, the silver is giving me a discount on units that's going to help out with this. They do need to buy more guys to take care of this. Petra's very strong here. I think I need to go for it. I want it to be adjacent to the library. So it's a pretty great spot to put it. And we'll just pick up this extra 4 production tile to help us actually get there. Have this archer go with this settler as an escort. We have to walk down this cliff, so it's a bit of an awkward little traversal either way. 2 more turns, and I can try to set peace with one of these. I want to try and set peace with Ofanato, I think. It keeps sending these spearmen at me. Establishing trade with Augustus. Got an economic point for second merchant. That always happens if you get second merchant out. Move some things around. 10% science or 2 production. We're going to take the 2 production because we're working on a wonder. And if we can get this Petra, it's very strong. Okay, we had a galley show up. That really sucks. We didn't quite lose the unit, which is nice. Always support those. We can form an alliance with Machiavelli. And that was accepted. We can activate Friend of Way. Which would give us a 25% science boost. That would keep us still behind on science, so I don't really want to do it. Mostly because I need my influence to set up another suzerainty, I think. These are not great options. I don't know what the Foderati is. What is the Foderati? Good evening. We're playing as Himiko, Queen of Wa. Tier 1, city-state unique infantry, up to 20% cheaper to purchase. Each one is more expensive than the last. Bonus strength per adjacent one. Interesting. I don't think I want that. I think I'm going to take Flatbow. The Hill Fort's not bad. I'm just going to take slightly better archery. I'm going to support Machiavelli in this because I want to keep the alliance. It's important to me to keep up that alliance. But this will cancel one of my trade routes. And I don't get a refund on that. But Charlemagne has been kind of glaring at me trying to pick a fight this whole time anyway. And I do kind of think that if I have just enough burning archers hanging out, it's going to work out well for me. Also, we've got like 4 military units from Longcheng that will now become aggressive towards Charlemagne.
He heard.
Okay, bronze working. Should help my defense. With pretty much all 3 yield tiles. I'll take the farm. Research is going to go for currency. We are going to take a war weariness penalty. That is okay. It's not really enough to put us in a bad state. I'm going to start upgrading units, and I'm going to try to befriend Orphanatos so they stop attacking me. Okay, our gold for a bit is going to be dedicated to unit upgrades, but once we're locked in with tier 2 burning archers, I'm a lot less worried about like Charlemagne rolling up in here and causing havoc. Do we have any diplomatic endeavors to start? We are not running a research collaboration right now, so when we get our influence back up, we need to run a research collab. I don't know what this settler is doing here. We can support this farmer's market for free. Take a step back and worry about this galley. The galley will actually sail away most of the time. The AI is a bit strange about how it controls naval units like that. So the benefits for being Queen Himiko, for those who are just joining, is that we have a unique endeavor that we can perform with allies that grant us and that ally a 25% science boost, which is huge. We also get +4 science per age for every leader we are friendly or helpful with. That's currently giving us +12 science for 3 leaders that we're getting along with. And we're playing the Mississipians, which gives us a food adjacency for resources, production towards constructing Monk's Mound. We have a unique archer, a unique merchant that gets us some gold back every time we make a trade route, and a unique building that gives us gold and food for each adjacent resource. Okay, yeah, I really don't know what this guy is doing walking up here. He's gonna get shot. The AI really does not know what it's doing with its settlers. We can support that for free. Okay, let's see. Chanaha, resource capacity. That doesn't matter much. Earthworks 2 gives us a settlement limit and possibility of more gold. Also unlocks the Monk's Mound that we might want. Got 12 turns left on this Petra build. That is an expansionist point. Cool. And the way we want to do this, I believe we still want to grab the sheep first in any case. But the fish tile is a really great tile. A lot of good resources accessible here. Like 1, 2, 4. We're accessing 6 goods with this city. Okay. Settler training benefit doesn't matter too much right now. 10% science is okay. This guy's going to sit tight. You do need to make sure with burning archers that you do not step your own units into tiles that are currently burning, because it does not discriminate. Fire does not really care. Thankfully, your fire doesn't damage your tiles or anything. Okay. Haven't seen any of Charlemagne's units creeping up, because these are... oh, no, those are Charlemagne's hoplites. Okay. Gonna take gold. And that's his random-ass settler. Nice. Good stuff. I'm gonna upgrade this warrior. Yeah, I was doing a little more Monster Hunter earlier today. I did my first tempered fight. It was pretty hard. Sit tight. I was pulled into this fight because of my alliance with Machiavelli, but I can still plan to sue for peace, and that won't interfere with my alliance. I think I'm going to prioritize picking up all of this gold, and then I can just start buying buildings super cheap. It's like, what's my building purchase price now? Still a good bit. Mausoleum of Theodoric has been crafted. I can't move him forward into a burning tile. Cahokia is about to get a population increase. I think I should be able to get this incense.
Was placed on a tumulus.
Okay, we've got the settlement limit. Shell-tempered pottery should be good for my gold gain. I don't want to drop tool making while I'm building a wonder. I could actually take this 4 production tile right now instead of the incense tile, since I'm working on a wonder. I'm gonna do that. Support that for free. We can also run a research collaboration. And Augustus is now friendly. We are able to start an alliance with Augustus. That'll also pitch him against Charlemagne. So it helps solidify our position in a few ways. This is a lot to look at. Let me see. I want gift economy. Wait, no, I'm only importing like 1 or 2 resources right now. It's not very important. Had to think about that again. It's not as good as I'm thinking. I'm gonna go for public life. I think we have a lot of chances to build the Oracle. But apart from that, That's on fire, so I can't step him forward. Not to that tile, but I can have him hang out here. This is still an unupgraded burning arrow. That might be slowing me down a little. Let's see, Ofanato, 22 turns to Suzerain. We're on turn 65, so I don't think I should plan on suzeraining anything else. Take too long for it to kick in.
When I was young.
You had to put that scout there? That's buying the galley an extra turn of healing that I can't say no to. Okay, it's better for this town's development if I just go for the fish. I'm just going to take this tile for better expansion. Okay, let me see. On production buildings, gold buildings, and a codex. I have an unassigned codex. I hate how this isn't automatic. I just now realized that. I have one fully coastal city, one city that will expand to have like one coast tile. Okay, so navigation's not great. Ada Lovelace has an agenda that appreciates us for getting masteries. So that's a thought. But I think I need to plan for the blacksmith. I think that's going to be essential. I need to skip a turn on that spearman. And upgrade that burning arrow, I guess. I need to get this army commander back to Cahokia. It's actually a running mistake. 'Cause I should get that 5% bonus in my capital. One settler short of cap. When Ofanato becomes peaceful, I might want to put a settler down here somewhere. What's our best tile here? This is a 3 adjacency with water. This tile's a 3 adjacency with water. Yeah, I mean, our best settle option's probably still over here just because of space. Okay, they've started on Petra and Greece. I don't think that's problematic when I'm 3 turns away from it. I'm gonna see if I can just take this without the galleys, like, activating and messing me up. I need to start one more diplomatic endeavor. There we go. And I've got 3 alliances. We've completed Daughter of the Mountain, getting us a diplomatic attribute point. I could make Befriend cheaper. The influence towards supporting actions is good, but I don't get the other half of this because, actually, wait, no, I don't get any of that. I don't need that for Himiko. Okay. So if I take this... Maybe I use this on suzerainties during exploration, mostly. So I don't think there's any world where I try to befriend Sitep. Izirtu's claimed. Kerma is being claimed, so that would be a lot of influence to try and contest. Well, there's a possibility that I step back from this and try to make nice with Sitep instead of bulldozing them. Not gonna bother. Stay parked. I think for diplomacy, I just want to prioritize getting to the bottom of the tree so that I can, like, pile on the stacking extra yields effect. 2 turns on Petra. The galleys don't really matter from this point. It's so depressing to watch, like, how the AI does, like, settles out to here when I'm sure they have great tiles up over here that they refuse to make use of. Like, this is an excellent tile that he should be aiming to settle. And he's even got more settlement capacity available. But he'd rather growl at me than, you know, play correctly.
Sedentary life is civilization's
There we
goal.
go.
It marks the end of its life.
Okay, Petra's gonna make this place a lot more money. We want the fish. Okay. So we have market options. Make use of Petra adjacency. We want to put a barracks here. There we go. Science and production buildings pair up nicely. I'd like to examine getting out another merchant, I think. We can also purchase some of these things on the cheap. Purchasing a market should get us closer to a Silk Roads milestone, but I don't think it's worth it, actually. I'm going to purchase a merchant and check and see what he can do. After the barracks are done, I'm either putting out a settler or I'm trying to go for Monk's Mound. Over here, I'm going to take at least one of these tiles just for raw land grab. We never get to the wine from here. We don't get to the sheep either. We can get to this wine. This is to adjacent tiles. I haven't built any warehouses here. Okay, it's $350 to upgrade this to a city. We want to do that soon. And this should be the better city improvement, I think. Did I make a mistake when I settled this? Did I settle this wrong? No, this is the 3 adjacency tile. Okay, so I need to build something over here before I can get the good tile. I hope that good tile is part of the correct city, that I didn't screw up. Okay, so I can get really good additional trade with you after improving relations. Can we go to peace yet? He'll reject peace. Okay. Whatever. I can soak up the unhappiness penalty from this. It does not bother me. At least until the crisis starts. Support cultural exchange. Okay, we can get Monk's Mound in 10 turns. +4 resource capacity needs to be adjacent to a river. This is probably our best spot for that. So it creates 2 pretty strong adjacency tiles. Actually, wait. We can do this and make this tile go turbo. So that's going to create a 4 adjacency tile here. We have a we have a craft speed bonus on Monk's Mound for being the Mississippians. That scout's probably dead. Yep.
Remain less.
Entertainment gets us more space. Let me see, but is that what we actually want? Let's take mysticism too. I think in many cases, I have been underutilizing this policy that gives +2 food per settlement. Because that is a lot of... Oh, we finally got somebody showing up. Holy crap, he actually got here. Here I was thinking that he just didn't care. I'm gonna add a granary in with this to complete the quarter. Oh, hey, this guy's alive. Okay, yeah, he's taking this seriously all of a sudden. Farmer's Market with Augustus. He might come kill this guy. That's an Augustus trade caravan. The color difference between Roman and Greek here is so minor. It's actually, I think colors derived from leader. Yes, the color difference between Augustus and Charlemagne is barely anything. More trade with Machiavelli, thank you very much. Engineering 2 does not appeal. Currency 2 could be okay. Masonry 2 might start to look good now. I have a military building, not a production building, as far as I know. See, I don't know if warehouse buildings count as production buildings for the purpose of this. Very likely to lose this guy on the front line, but that's okay with me. I can buy another dude. I have plenty of cash for that. Although I'd rather use that to get a city upgrade. Okay, yep. Took that guy out. I didn't have him fortified, so yeah, things happen. I'm going to focus on local lands rather than worrying about trading another scout. Kind of beyond the point in the game where that's a useful action to me. And expand out to grab this other fish in a moment. Let's see. I need to think about this a bit. I'm going to take this so that I can check on the possibility of building the Gate of All Nations. It'll also improve our relationship with Ada Lovelace, I think. That's a strong trade route. The port becomes the merchant's domain. City conversion. I'm gonna build. I'm just gonna buy a granary here, I think. And I'm buying that so I can stretch the production out. Since I have a granary, this is a pretty good tile. Okay. Got a few things to place. Remove the gypsum. We've got a slight excess of resources. We want to be producing probably a monument right here. That guy's dealt with. Gonna kick this guy out. More trade with Ada. Cool. Gonna take the bronze working. And over here, we're gonna get ranged unit combat strength bonus. Finish off that thing. Okay. I need to be thinking about a settler probably down over here. I think I can just buy one. Yeah. Settlers are a much more reasonable purchase in 7 compared to 6, since you have the settlement limit. They just expect this to balance out your ability to create settlers. Cool. We'll settle for peace. Not my plan to be at war anyway. So I don't want to settle on this tile because that's a valuable building tile. So I think I just take the happiness penalty and settle on a no fresh water tile. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because I can see, like, there's valuable building options here, here, here. So we've got a 2 resource adjacency tile here that is also adjacent to a mountain. So I could do like a happiness building here and take advantage of the Mississippian benefit. I did lose a unit. These guys will pretty much sit tight otherwise. Over here. It's always funny when I look at Petra, I expect it to be an impassable tile. Yeah, we've got trade opportunity with Greece now that we're no longer at war, naturally. Okay, we completed Monk's Mound. This will get us a benchmark on Wonders of the World. Excuse me.
And here he lay. Oh.
Cool. Take the extra support. Ada Lovelace is going to continue to ask for trade routes, even if she's not necessarily getting anything out of it. It's a bit of a peculiarity with the AI that I've found. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is a pretty good build. Take that blacksmith. I want to put a specialist on this tile. We can now throw a lot of goods in the capital. Make us pretty good at earning the Silk Road benefit. Upgrade here is 650. Gonna focus on upgrading the cities for a bit so I can get more buildings out.
Do nothing.
Gift economy is getting to be stronger now. Golden happiness for every import. I think I'm importing about 6 resources right now, and it could easily be 8. 8 gold and 8 happiness out of a policy is decent. But, like, I could be getting... Okay, that's 8 food. I think I should be pushing for entertainment, though, at the same time. What are we working with overall? I'd love to try for Nalanda or Colossus, because they're both very powerful. Let me work on that. Because if I get the extra settler capacity, I don't know where I'm putting it. So I'm less compelled about that than usual. Because normally I'd be rushing out the settler capacity. It just doesn't feel that strong here. Okay, we finished. Where's your blacksmith tile? Okay, that's tricky, because my good blacksmith tile is also a good happiness culture tile. I have fine happiness culture tiles over here. I can totally build a blacksmith here. Take advantage of the Mississippian adjacencies. I can grab this salt. I can also grab this salt theoretically from Cahokia. So I'd probably rather expand north. It's like more net tiles. The cotton is the best resource here. The camels would be just like a Silk Road progression thing. 20 resource assignment. We need another codex. I think I'm... No, I'm on... Bronze working doesn't give a codex.
He heard.
The wheel doesn't give one. Wheel 2 gives a codex. I'm going to take currency 2 for the codex specifically, and we're going to take the building production bonus at this point. And I want clan networks. I need my cities to be taller. Pretty much all of them to be taller. Okay, so Gate of All Nations we can try to build super fast, actually. Let's give it a shot. If it's a 6-turn wonder, that's just strong no matter what. If I can get it, that's awesome. Unhappy over here because they have no water. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm pushing for 650 for that city conversion, and I have to weigh it against buying buildings or buying a merchant. It's really nice that Ada Lovelace is funneling money to us. Okay, so I can get either free civic, wonder construction rate, or monument bonus. I think we want wonder construction rate here. This is my second suzerainty. It's a 10% bonus. I'm not going to get another one this era, so free civic is almost certainly bad. 2 culture to monuments is 4 culture. So it's 4 culture versus 10% wonder rate versus megalith, technically. But I'm going to take Arch. My alliance with Machiavelli is weakening. Research collab that. We have enough to take up Friend of Way. I want to do that with my lowest science ally. And local festivals should make us happy in Chickasaw. Might take them a moment to realize how happy they are. Yeah, they're at 3 positive happiness. That also helps our happiness. So we have 2 open resource slots. Camels can pretty much get that for me. Both ivory and wine are empire resources, so they won't count towards Silk Roads. But salt and incense both count. I'm going to take the incense tile now. Get the city conversion here in Homa. See, I believe we have a lot of options here, right? So this is a good science production tile. I think that's what we want to prioritize, almost certainly. Milestone for the codex, very good. I'm going to pick up an extra codex. I do need more libraries. Finishing a blacksmith up over here. I can finish a library after that. We take the fish. We'll assign it to Homa. Gonna take the camels because it's gonna help us out with Silk Roads. We're gonna go for mathematics so we can get access to the academy. Assign that. There's a Silk Road milestone. Access to the Ming. We're making good money.
No man is foolish enough.
Completed the Gate of All Nations. Support open markets. Over here, we can try the Oracle. Might be able to build it in 7 turns. And it makes this blacksmith crazy. Gonna go for it. Gonna use this relocate to help us reach the salt, I believe. One more growth in that city, we get the salt. Here, we want the library. Thought I misclicked that for a moment. We'll build that on top of the blacksmith. The Mississipian bonuses are starting to go crazy now that we're building buildings. So we really do need to be making it into cities in over towns to start making bank off of those. It lists the food benefit overall, but the tech tree for them, which you should be able to preview, gets them gold as well. And that's making us pretty stable. Because normally if you convert too many of your towns up to cities, you go poor. But that's not a problem here. Oracle in 4. If we get this, that'll be a 3rd wonder. Really rolling on that. Ivory can make us faster at wonder building. I'm gonna go for that. It seems as though we happen to be able to pick up a lot of these wonders. We want amphitheater on top of our monument. There's going to be a 7 culture gain there. It's an adjacency 3 tile. It's also going to be our ideal specialist tile for Creek. And I think we are placing that specialist now. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Over here, got a lot of great options, right? Build the barracks along with the library. I think that's the best we can do right now. Because they need more production in that town to really get going. Well, city, rather. It is a city. Placing a specialist right now is reasonable. I have access to the wine. There are no other resources that we're going to reach. This wine's out of reach. Yeah, this is going to be a very good specialist tile. $9.50 for next conversion. Our income rate's pretty great, so we are going to convert that to a city. We should have crisis soon.
I count the grains of sun.
Cool. Got the Oracle. Theoretically, 3 more wonders for a golden age there. Don't have access to one right now. Amphitheater's a good build. Looks like Market is incidentally a good build. I don't see... Okay. It's only a good build because of the blacksmith, but we want to save that for an academy. Almost the same story with the amphitheater, but the amphitheater is actually pretty good here or here. Let's see. Amphitheater is pretty strong, but I'm going to build a merchant first. Double check on my merchant placements. My science is in 3rd. My culture's pretty far behind. Mathematics in 3. Get trade going with Charlemagne. Build at least 1 more merchant in a useful sense. Start a reconciliation with Charlemagne again. But we're also going to steal technology from him and just hope we don't get caught. There's our Wonder Build bonus. More Wonder Build bonus, that is. This is 4 resources short on Silk Road with 1 slot get 2 slots if we upgrade, which we can do right now. And we want to be building a library pretty much right away here. No, build the barracks first. Want barracks, then library. Missed a codex assignment. I think we want to go for the mathematics mastery straight away to catch up on our codexes. That's helping us catch up on codexes for sure. I'm going to check to see if we can get access to Nalanda by going for literacy. I haven't seen anybody complete Nalanda. We have a half-decent barracks here or here. Let me see. Anything else good? Not great. Yeah, I think I will go for the barracks. I have difficulty trying to understand when to build a podcop. I think we have an okay podcop here and here. There are a couple cases that I can think of for it. I might have to be on a leader that was helping me out with food bonuses so that I could have more rural tiles. But I really want to be focused on specialists here. Okay, Nalanda, it looks like, is already built. The AI does prioritize that one a good bit. We can build this academy. Barracks done. Academy in 3 turns. Our production in Cahokia is insane. Okay, we've got the crisis now. And it's the crisis of being too spread out. Like the expansion-based crisis. Amphitheater, okay, is a 5 here. Okay, so it's only a 1-tile thing. We want to build something adjacent to Iguazu. Because it has an adjacency bonus on quarters. I think we want to build something over top of this mine. So I guess ideally that's like a monument amphitheater setup. Probably, although bumping the mine is a bit of a bummer. Is that the best I can do here? It really might be. Because I don't have a lot of good adjacency opportunities here, honestly. This is a good blacksmith tile. Let me just build that. Okay. Suppress local traditions does not mess with us. Decadence is only bad in like 1 spot. So I think we can take both of those. Yeah, Cahokia will get the penalty for decadence, and nothing else will. And that should be okay. Yeah, Cahokia is still fine. And once we get the Dai's resource for this trader landing, we'll be free of that penalty too. Already patching things up with him. I think this amphitheater option was pretty good. Yeah, take that. Over here, it's probably an academy on the same tile as the barracks. I'm gonna refresh my coffee real quick. Okay. Fresh cup. Let's see. Did our friend of Wei wore off? Okay, we have one more empty resource slot. I believe I can fill that by trading. I'm gonna quickly purchase another merchant. I don't want to let that happiness penalty linger. Oh, actually, neither of these will result in something I can simply place. Let's throw down a bath. Okay, I can grab the salt and then place the salt to get out of the happiness penalty. We'll grant it to the augurs here. There. That gets us out of decadence. We are 2 short on Golden Age there. 3 wonders short. We need 1 more settle to get out of military Dark Age. And 1 more codex to advance that. We're going to get the codexes, like, next turn. And those will fill out. I think the settle is probably the biggest issue to overcome, if anything. So we could get it on this coastal tile. It's very underwhelming if we take that. The sheep are the only goods that town would be getting. If we do a settle up over here, it's got a 2 adjacency tile and dates, but it will impact our relationship with Augustus a little bit. It's not the biggest problem. I like this tile, I think. We stand to gain up to 3 different goods, and we've got a 2 adjacency tile. So, let me see. And we can get the +1 entertainment can get us the settlement limit. So I'm going to build a settler and go for entertainment, and I believe I can get that done before the end of the era. There's the milestone there, the codices there. Crisis advances. Might turn out tight. Can't get that cotton no matter what. I'll take the wheel. Espionage completed. We want, I think, the food bonus now. No, it's always the building bonus this late in the era. It's gotta be. We can take food in towns, though. Okay, up over here, I think I'm gonna build a pot cop here. We might try to get a couple of those down, try to sneak them in. Yeah, we'll add this academy. Over here. This settlement unrest is a lie. It's like no reason for this place to be in unrest. I don't think that's real. We'll take the -1 influence. So I only have 1 town, it's the new town, but I can't really deal with the penalty there. Yeah, this place is fine, it's growing. Upgrade cost is 1,000 gold. I don't think we'll pay that before we're done. Trade with Taruga is kind of incidental. We spawned a migrant. What do we want to do with this migrant? Where do we need to grow? I don't think we need to worry about growth in Chickasaw. Probably send them to Appalachia, because there's still 3 resources we can try to grab over there if it grows.
Even a great carpenter.
Got the wheel. I'm gonna go for that because it's a bigger relative gain. We've got unhappy citizens in Creek. Take a look at that in a sec. The Weald gives us another codex. We've got plenty of slots for codices. Over here, we don't need a villa. Train a settler. Okay, Creek is in unrest by a margin of 1. So I'm going to go ahead and build them this +7 villa. Take them 3 turns, and then they'll be fine. Get the academy up on top of the barracks. They would revolt in 9 turns, but it'll be dealt with in 3. I would not be surprised if Ujjayini or Katana went into revolt. They should be. Cruising for that. So we got the settler up. This could be a pretty good villa. I'm going to add that over here. I do need the settlement limit before I actually have this guy settle. Otherwise, the happiness penalties will be really bad. So we're just going to have him kind of sit out here and chill. These guys are breaking a lot of stuff very quickly. But now they should be happy again. Anywhere that is unhappy under this event will break 1 building a turn,
Granted me books and
which is kind of
light,
brutal.
but even a great carpenter.
Okay, we just got some codexes in. Literature should be pretty strong right now. Okay, I've still got a lot of codex slots. And we need 1 more codex for golden. 2 more goods for golden. The 3 wonders is almost certainly not happening. Charlemagne is denouncing. Over here, take navigation. Over here, we need to be taking entertainment. I'm going to build a couple pot cups in Cahokia. I don't have a good pot cup option here because they need to be adjacent to goods to be worth building. I think we kick out this guy and then we can build a good one. So that becomes a good pot cup location. No, come on. Dude. That's absurd. So these are hoplites, so they're not that bad. It's time to wall up. I'm frankly more than a little overdue for walls. This is the thing, though. I think I have to slam this settler if I want this settlement. And he's going to make that really annoying for me. But I really want the milestone. It's not going to get the cotton either. I need more happiness here. You need to just take happiness tiles. Oh yeah, he might knock this down super fast. I think I can make him unhappy enough that he's forced to return this to me immediately. Take them 4 turns to fix their -2 happiness problem. Creek is also unhappy. This is a -3 happiness. Take the wine. Bunch of revolt messages. Sparta and Mycenae are also unhappy because he started this war with my enormous amount of war support over him. Yeah, he's gonna take this. It's gonna be super unhappy. I will get, what's it called? So, I gain influence because he captured something of mine. Colosseum was built. I was only 10 influence for that. And that puts me back at settlement cap, so my guys are going to be chill again. It's not really, like, the way I want this, that I wanted that to pan out, but I think it's probably fine overall. I think I want to kick a unit, kick somebody out, but there's not a good tile for me to do that from. Okay, yeah. Let's try the building there, or we're building ancient walls. Let me just keep building some units in case he keeps this offensive up. Yeah, we're perfectly happy again. We should be building garden and market here. This tile was one of the big reasons we settled this. Take elephants. Actually, do we have any wonder options here? No. I think all the wonders have been snapped up. Yep. The AI is pretty quick on the draw for most wonders. Fortify up here. This is a very reasonably dangerous enemy force.
At a distance.
Now, it would be more dangerous if he knew better than to walk them into tiles that are on fire. Thankfully, he doesn't. Okay, this will get us the Scientific Golden Age. That tech. Creek is back to rioting again? Did you break a happiness building? No? I added a building with a maintenance cost. Yep. I have made that mistake many times before. And there's no way to walk it back or fix it after that. So our proper solution is if we could reallocate resources, we could probably reallocate a happiness resource to Creek and fix the problem by, like, moving dies over there. Oh, you know what? It's because they have a resource slot that they're unhappy. The reason they have an open resource slot might be because a resource tile got broken somewhere. And they're getting a decadence penalty. But if so, I don't see where. We're running all of our diplomatic actions. We can build an altar here for a small happiness boost. I don't mind building it in the city hall to get the extra Mississipian bonuses. 9 more turns for their revolt to be meaningful. They're destroying the amphitheater every single time. That is the #1 favorite thing for them to destroy. Freaking soccer hooligans. Yep. I'm gonna lose some units over here. Well, I think Cahokia is just stuck building burning archers, but as long as they keep doing that, I'm not going to lose the city. I am stuck in the state of having to keep rebuilding this amphitheater, but it's a +10 culture thing. I can't really leave it down, even if it winds up costing me a lot of money to keep it up. If I just keep his units very injured, he's not liable to make attacks into fortified districts. That leaves me pretty okay. Oh, hey! That is a settlement flip. I'll take it. This settlement up here flipped to me via revolt. It'll take 5 turns for that to stop impacting my happiness. That's rough. But we're gonna roll with it, because not accepting extra cities is not a good way to win the game. Gonna build some altars. I just need the happiness. I can go for a villa, I think. Let's see. This is an optimal barracks academy. I don't want to eat up my coastal tiles unnecessarily. Fill that up and they lose their -6 penalty. We want to unequip the camels and then fill that up so they go to a +3, so they lose their -6 penalty for the decadence penalty is a big deal, so I do need to act around stopping that penalty whenever possible. Now Ravenna's at a flat 1 even with me over capacity, so at this point when I hit 5 turns figure out entertainment, I will no longer have those penalties. This is so many guys. There's our Golden Age.
Ships at a distance have every...
I'll support Ada here, I think. Let me look at the map. Which one of these people is more inconvenient to me? Neither one of them really matters to me. And their happiness is, I'm going to support Machiavelli in this war because
You
Ada is likelier to crumble from the happiness penalty. Here we go. Local festivals will make my towns all happy. Take military training here. It's clearly bottlenecking me. It's my only file. That's my only legal ancient walls. Because this is under attack, so I can't build walls there right now. I should be able to build ancient walls on this monument altar tile. I don't know why I can't. It's just got to be about enemy adjacency. Do we just keep printing burning arrows? Okay. This one's just gonna be tough. There's no good answer to this. We'll take the -6 in cities. Cities can try to build around it. And yeah, that gets us some revolts immediately. In Chickasaw and Appalachia. So Appalachia is building a villa. It's not going to be enough. I need to get through 4 turns. I need to focus on making sure all the tiles opposing me, all the tiles with forces opposing me, are on fire. Oh, I had a unit spawn out here because too many spaces were occupied. That's kind of a funny problem. Okay, there. Every tile that has an enemy in it is on fire. Just gonna keep up that trend. What's the enemy unit approaching? Oh, it's Ada Lovelace's units, actually. Got a spearman and a chokunu. Three turns on culture. Destroyed the bath, destroyed the academy, destroyed the barracks, destroyed a camp. Okay. Both those camps are non-assigned resources, so they can't trigger a decadence issue. I need this plantation fixed. Doesn't it just look miserable to be at war with this? Signing camels never helps us fix a decadence problem. 2 turns, and we're back on our, 2 turns and we're back on our proper settlement cap. Okay, they were able to push forward through some of this fire. -1 happiness here. They're just gonna work through it. Defenseless against this guy upcoming. Kind of just need that cotton to be there, otherwise this place revolts a lot worse. Similarly, you need to have this pasture repaired. That's a big happiness swing. Okay. Next turn, our empire is, like, functional again. I'm gonna move this archer up. Oh, these are actually 2 enemies. Because we've got some of Augustus's units here are actually coming to my defense.
All the world's a stage.
Okay. Rites and rituals helps a bunch. Appalachia is still reading as unhappy, and they are still at a -6. But I fixed that again, and that should actually get them up to a +2. Over here, we've got a +6. Let's see. Barrack style. I think I just want more production here to get this stuff fixed up faster. I'm gonna go tactics. To build my ancient walls up further. Repairs. Machiavelli's unit will protect me from that spearman. I'm gonna finish off that Choconu, and this spearman doesn't have enough steam to finish that fight. We should mostly just need repairs now. It would be good if we had one more good in Appalachia. So we're going to go for tactics, and then there's something beyond tactics that gives us an extra capacity. And we might want to use that to try and get back Osage in a sue for peace. It's also possible that some of these places could flip back and revolt. Ravenna was nice and free. Oh, this spearman actually finished off our district defenses here. That's worse than I was expecting. We have access to the Normans. Want to reactivate Friend of Way, even if it's not necessarily going to be active for much longer. Okay. Over here... our big Primo adjacency tile already has a specialist. We can't really afford to add another specialist right now. So we just need to take kind of any tile that has, any tile that won't make people unhappy, I guess. We can build an extra pot cup on the tile that I placed, so that was the logic on that tile. I'm also going to grab this because it's a good pot cup tile. I don't think that hoplite can take that city. I can't build the pot cup right away. That guy is dead. Can't go to peace with Ada. I think I will be able to reconcile with her in the next era. Yeah, you don't get to walk away.
The truly brave never.
So we can gain an extra codex, or we can go for ironworking. Go for ironworking. Oh, this is actually an adjacency 4 tile for happiness and culture buildings. I didn't pick up on that when I was setting up the city. It looks like we have successfully defended Cahokia. So it's 4 turns on tactics, and then it's organized military after tactics to get the next settlement limit bump. We're going to want this arena. We want to complete that district. So, I think I turned out behind in getting out certain buildings, like something about my tech order or my culture order was a little screwy. Oh, Appalachia's in a really bad revolt. They've been revolting way too long. They keep breaking the same goddamn pasture. And it's taking them too long to build this villa because they've broken all of their good production tiles. No, I have to pay for that to be fixed. Okay. Now they are where they should be. And they should not actually revolt. That was close. Because that was 1 turn away. And it's because they kept burning the pasture and the fishing boat that was necessary to keep them outside of the decadence penalty. This event is really nasty. should be good for experience on my commander. Yep, got him a level up. Cool. Go for an arena. I often forget that there is a what's it called? That new buildings have a happiness maintenance requirement, and it can really get you in trouble when you're just rattling through buildings and all of a sudden places are unhappy. Gets him a commendation. We're gonna go with the combat strength. Combat strength and range are usually my favorite picks.
Those who delight to attack.
Just casually take that guy out. Organized military intent. I don't think we get to that. This settlement unrest message is so bugged. I don't want to put a lighthouse adjacent to a volcano. That is inviting trouble. This is also visually bugged. Like, this weird tile thing that's going on there. Looks like you're going to keep marching units up here to give me experience, so I appreciate that very much. That's really funny. I think I would like to place a specialist if I can, and it looks like I can get away with it. So, let me see. I have not built around palace adjacency, which is something I usually build around. So we've got some +2 adjacency tiles over here. Actually, this tile is in between 3 wonders. It's always going to be an incredibly strong tile. I'll build a quick garden. I don't think we want to assign this, but I can assign it anyway. So we've already got the penalty, so we might as well. Still 4 resources short on Silk Roads. I don't know why this is displaying this way. Might be because something got burned down, actually. Yep. So we can show those again. It's because the library in Ravenna got pillaged. Yes, that is complete. It stays complete. We are where we need to be for that. If you just follow up like your basic settlements, you will get out of the Dark Age for military, and you want to be there. Yeah, I don't think there are any more benchmarks we can hit unless we were to conquer something. But I don't think we can get that in the remaining time. Like, any conquering, that is.
Iron Maiden.
Take that boost because it's likely to mean something. That's really important. That bonus happiness is very nice. I don't think we're likely to get future tech. Military training 2 is also really strong. But I'm going to try and see if we can get future tech. Take a pot cop. Repair that. Yeah, I would say overall... Ooh, that's a... Oh, no, that's a Machiavellian unit. We're fine. Okay, so he's going to give us Oyagini, which is actually remarkably unhappy. I don't even want that. You know, I'm going to say keep your horrible unhappiness. Because he's at a net happiness of 0. It's likely that he'll have something revolt. This is all baggage. And I don't really want to pick up this city where this town has a whole bunch of burnt up stuff. There's a good tile here. Like, one good tile in that place. But I don't like it. Alright, packing everybody up to, like, think and judge on this. I don't want to put that warehouse down. I don't want a settler. I think we probably just want to throw down a couple spare units, or we want to build a little bit more walls. Yeah, let's wall this up. It's going to be a very valuable district. Airs. Yeah, I think the AI pushed us out of this era a little faster than we want to see. It is terrifying to think this entire murder ball can unpack and shoot in the same turn. It's pretty good. This brickyard is actually really strong. Is that adjacent quarters? So making that a quarter doesn't pick up that adjacency? That seems weird. Oh, it's not a quarter if it's an ageless building and a non-ageless building, I think is the rule. Okay. Getting up on the end of the age. Most of these are not useful options. If I build a scout now, I think I might wind up with a scout in the new age. I think that'll carry over. Do we have a good brickyard here? Yeah, we can build a brickyard with the granary. And that will be a quarter. Creek might make a better capital than Cahokia in a subsequent era. Because Cahokia is a strong city even if it's not the capital. I can't make that make sense. Okay, Augustus is really big, and it looks like Ada Lovelace is also a bit overexpanded. They've still managed to maintain some happiness. They're not, like, completely bleeding towns or having them shuffle around too much. I think it's unusual to see too much town shuffling in Deity. Although it does look like Charlemagne probably had 3 of his towns flipped to Ada during that war. So his his little empire's looking kind of crazy. Yeah, so I'm feeling mediocre about my performance through that era, so we're going to be looking to make this really swing towards me in exploration.